my living room and this video. Today I will be telling you about a time when me and two of my friends, whom I happen to employ, embarked on a 14-hour road trip to the city of Detroit, Michigan for Forbes 30 Under 30. And I wish they could be here today to tell this story with me. And actually, if I can recall the Amy summoning call, I might be able to bring her in to talk about this with me. So I just gotta bro.
Hello?
It worked! Yo, come sit here, come on. Alright, so this is Amy. She has purple hair. She is my marketing intern, but she also runs her own startup and does 20 credits of education. So she's a little crazy. And this is, we forgot Mickey. Do we have like a Mickey call? I think if we like high five a bunch, she'll like show up. Yeah. What up there? Are you brushing your hair?
What are you doing in Megan's house?
What are you doing in my house? I live here.
This is where I brush my hair.
I didn't know this was a recurring thing. All right, and this is Michael Ann Nielsen, also known as Mickey, also known as the Flying Eagle, starting now. And she has been working with me the longest out of all of my currently employed humans, and she manages content and a lot of the user experiences of our new launches. So, without further ado, we're gonna get started on telling you about our journey. So we all drove 14 hours to get to Forbes 30 Under 30. I decided to go because I was nominated twice. I just wanted to see what this thing was all about. Amy decided to come with me, and we took a little bit longer than we should have looking at flights, and they ended up being like $600 more expensive. So we thought, hey, why not drive? And luckily for us, Mickey was also up for driving because with three of us, we saved lots of dollars on hotels and flights and all of that shenanigans. And so it ended up working really well. So if you ever want to embark on such a long road trip just for fun or to get somewhere cool or to save money, continue watching this video. Or if you just want to be entertained and hear some wild stories, then also keep watching. Our first tip in embarking on a long journey is to note any large cities that you will be driving through, like Chicago, and make sure that you aren't driving through them in rush hour and most preferably during any sort of traffic. So I know from a few years ago when I drove to Lansing, Michigan, going through Chicago during any sort of traffic can easily add on an hour or two to your trip. So we planned it perfectly, where probably the only thing we planned perfectly was to not go through Chicago in crazy hours and to go through at about 3 or 4 a.m. on the way to Detroit and on the way back. Road trip tip number 2, and probably the most important, is to stock up on snacks. As you can see, Amy was very excited about this one. If you don't know what to buy for your road trip, here is what we bought for some inspiration.
Let's see here. I got some apple chips because I love a good crunch. I got some Muddy Buddies because they're just delicious and peanut butter and chocolatey. I got some Oreo Thins because they're crunchy. I got a banana because I need more potassium. And I got some Dots pretzels because they're my favorite food. Because I need more potassium. I got tea because I can't handle caffeine. I got salami because I love salami. I got turkey sticks because they're delicious. And then I don't want to be bloated, so I got a bunch of fruit and some cherry tomatoes.
Technically, tomatoes are a fruit, you know. Just saying.
Well, for the people who don't know, And then do you want to explain?
Sure. Some snacks, because this is what Starbucks serves me always, but this is the cheaper version. Me and Nikki got some mixed nuts because we like variety and inclusion. I got some cheese cubes because, you know, cheese is good in every shape, but cubes is a particular favorite of mine. Got some sushi because that's what you eat at 10 p.m. on a Saturday.
Always.
And I got some grapes because I once heard a duck say, "Got any grapes?" and I had to be prepared for the answer. So, and coffee because I can handle caffeine.
Our next piece of fun advice is to have some sick tunes when you're driving. You can stay awake, you can sing in the shower, in the car. Just if you want to have a jolly good time, you just dance around a little bit.
Yeah, dance at gas stations, dance in Planet Fitness, dance at concerts.
Dance in the car.
That was very appropriate. Very appropriate time.
Yeah. So keep dancing. It'll probably make you live till you're 1,000. That is not scientifically proven.
Was Spotify, on Spotify, singing in the shower.
Yeah.
And always have Umbrella by Rihanna.
Especially if it's raining.
Yes.
My second favorite song was whatever was playing on that Spanish radio station. There was a point where every song was making me tired, and then we just flipped through the radio and we found some fun music. So thank you to that radio station for keeping me awake and alive.
Skill/tip 5, 6, or triangle. Bring as many friends as you can. Split up the hours of driving. It makes it so much easier if you can split, what was it? Ours was 14.
I may have dropped out of college, but I do know basic math. If you're driving 12 hours and you have 3 people, you only have to drive 4 hours, which made the ride there actually awesome. Like, I was not tired, hungry, you know, my bladder was well taken care of. We stopped so many times. Bringing as many friends as you can, you know, really helps. Our next piece of advice is to bring dollars for tolls if you will be going through tolls. And by dollars, I mean cash money. Like, I think only 2 out of the 6 tolls we stopped at had credit card capabilities, and sometimes we were stopping by tolls at 3 a.m. to find a gas station that was open with an ATM at 3 in the morning that was close was actually impossible. So we're really glad that we had enough cash lying around to pay these tolls. And if you are someone who is planning one of these trips, please plan ahead and bring some cash for tolls.
And like coins.
Coins.
Ooh, yes. So in your vehicle, you're going to want a couple things to make the road trip just more fun, exciting, and wonderful. One is get a mount for your camera. We did not have that, as you can see by our beautiful footage.
It's a little whack.
Just
Is everybody in it? Everybody in it?
So yeah, definitely we should have purchased a mount when we purchased the camera at Best Buy just before we left. Oopsie daisies, it's okay. And then also set up your back seat as like a nice, comfy place to sleep.
The loungiest of lounges.
Tempur-Pedic.
It's like first class airplane level.
It was fantastic. But it was really comfy, and then you could get rested before you drove.
Yeah, and if you're traveling somewhere cold, you probably are already packing parkas and coats, and instead of throwing those in your trunk or in bags, throw them in your back seat to make for a cozy sleeping experience. I got really quiet.
Final driving tip. Bring towels. We
Why?
didn't know that we were going to need towels, but we couldn't get into our AirBNB soon enough, and so we found a Planet Fitness, and we showered there, but when we got there, they didn't have any towels.
Oh no! They don't have towels.
So they gave us a fat roll of paper towels that we used to dry ourselves after the shower.
Yes, you should bring towels because it's just logistically challenging to dry your hair and your entire body with paper towels.
Yeah. Also, shout out to that Planet Fitness. I did
Yeah.
accidentally dye their shower purple. My bad. Thank you for being so generous.
Jumping into our conference advice, you want to save dollars on hotels so that you can spend more money on gas station snacks. We heavily recommend AirBNBs. The hotels recommended by the conference were about $195 a night, and the Airbnb we stayed at was only $50 a night, and we all split the cost, so it was very affordable, and Airbnb hosts these days are very hospitable, so it was a lovely experience.
Oh yes. While you're at the conference, you should make some friends. We met some super cool people while we were there, and it made the whole trip more enjoyable, more worthwhile, and just more fun.
Yeah, because if you're going to an event because you're an intelligent, business-focused person that wants to get advice from really intelligent people, the people who are attending the event will be like you as well. Yeah, we met people who were studying aerospace and people who lived in the houses of entrepreneurs, people who were starting their own businesses, people who were having their own documentaries created for them. It was just very exciting, and we're glad that we made huge efforts to make new friends and kind of welcome them into our bubble.
Okay, tip number B. Look at the schedule, the conference schedule, before you go. Make note of the talks that you want to see, because once you get there, there are so many humans using the Wi-Fi that it'll be super difficult to get things to load. It's just, it's no one's fault. There's so many people. So just make sure that you, put it in your calendar even. That's what.
Yeah, I put it in my Google Calendar.
GCal.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I ended up putting all of the events I wanted to see in Google Calendar, so that way I wasn't making last minute decisions, running around saying, what's in this room, what's in that room, and by the time you get anywhere, it's already full. Tying into what Mickey said, it's very good that you plan every element of your day so that you don't experience FOMO or schedule stress. Going into this conference, we knew we were going to be very focused on socializing, having fun, and working. We weren't as excited about going to every single track, and we were okay with that. So if you need to have a few work calls, go to a coffee shop with good Wi-Fi, plan ahead of time, and don't feel bad about it, because it does take a few days out of your week, and getting work done will make your time when you come home even better, because I know I slept all day when we got back. So, yeah. My next piece of advice is plan who you want to meet up with ahead of time, because even though we were super lucky and made friends with some really cool people, not everyone we talked to was exactly who we needed to talk to. So sometimes if you're going to a conference, you might need to learn more about marketing or connect with other people who do education or who are in the stage of a startup you're in or can mentor you very well. And with hundreds of people there, the odds of you finding that right person just by running into them is zero. Probably more than zero, but it's very small. And so looking at who's coming to the event online, joining different Facebook groups, and kind of networking with who you want to talk to in person when you get there ahead of time it just made the experience a lot better for me. So I met up with my friend from Ohio. I met up with someone that I wanted to talk to from an online entrepreneurs group I was a part of. I got to see people from my fellowship, and I was really glad that I got to see all of them in person because they live all over the United States. So if there's people you want to see, make sure you plan that ahead of time, because you'll have different schedules and fitting each other in can be difficult, but actually doing it is very worth it.
So our next tip I like to call a taco tip, and that's find a delicious restaurant in your local area that is not a food chain. We drove a very long time, and we did not want to just sit at a Burger King every single day. So we found out these super cute little places, like a taco shop was fantastic, where they had Wi-Fi, great food, it was cheaper than the conference food, and better probably.
Yeah, and it wasn't as crowded because everyone was just on the conference train. And we also ordered really good Israeli food on Postmates, so those Yeah. So take advantage of those food ordering apps when you're having a rushed mornings. You can spend more time at the event.
Final piece of advice. Take lots and lots of naps
I love
before you
naps.
leave, during the trip, before you leave again. Just take lots and lots of naps. You don't want to be crabby, you don't want to be tired, you don't want to fall asleep at the wheel. Might have almost happened once or twice. But we got there, and we took lots of naps, and that's why. Because
Yeah.
we were safe.
So be unapologetic about needing to take a nap instead of going to an event if you're going to be driving the next day, because that is the healthiest and safest thing you can do. And conferences are way less fun when you're super tired or hopped up on all of the caffeine.
I love caffeine.
So to close this video, we just want to say that going on long road trips can actually be super fun. The way there, we planned our naps right, we planned avoiding rush hour right, we planned our snacks right, and it didn't suck. The way back, we were too tired, and we wish that we would have gotten more sleep before driving back, but it still was pretty decent. We also recommend Forbes 30 Under 30. Honestly, the conferences, the people, the concert, the conferences, the people, and the area were amazing. I am 98% sure it's going to be in Detroit again next year. So if you want to know about all of our... maybe not, I don't know. This is going to be a lot. Maybe
The
there
truth
will be...
comes out.
Maybe we'll go again. Maybe we'll fly there. But we will put in the description all of our favorite places to go so that you can go there too.
Coney Island.
Coney
Coney
Island!
Island. Deluxe Flux has so many cool photo ops. Go there before there's a ton of people drinking and celebrities and things like that, because then you can have the best time, and get some cool shots before it's crazy. By shots, I mean video shots. No.
Oh,
I'm
I
kidding.
know what I meant, but I didn't even think about it.
Yeah. We also recommend, you guys said Coney Island. What is the taco place called?
Yeah.
Bakersfield Tacos.
Yes.
Yes.
Bakersfield is probably like the most un-taco name, but it has the best tacos.
They were delicious.
And it's
also the
so
cauliflower.
Yeah.
Cauliflower is good.
And Bakersfield Tacos is right next to a coffee shop that has great Wi-Fi and great coffee.
Super
and
coffee.
yeah.
What did you get?
I got the cereal milk latte and it was fantastic.
I got something with marshmallows.
Their cold brew. Their cold brew was super good too.
It was just all good. Recommend going to the concert. It is worth it, even though it's crowded. We woke up to take yoga in the morning. It was worth it. We got free smoothies. We got to meet an Olympian. I think that's all. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you had as much fun watching it as we had making it, and we hope to see you next year at Forbes 30 Under 30. Bye! Dance out, woo woo. I'm not even gonna put music over this. It'll just be us dancing. Well, bam! I'm kidding. But I'm not. Mickey. It looks like little turtles. And chicken donuts.
Chicken donuts.